It was a crazy day. Can you sell them? I'm risking my job. It's crazy. Listen, man. Amen. Say, man. Look, if y'all are ready, if y'all ready, I'm ready. I'm not even gonna like waste y'all time. I am still teaching. Let me make sure I got everything on my end set. I was in GameStop for approximately an hour and 40 minutes. Approximately an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. What's good, good people? I just love GameStop. I officially sold slabs to GameStop. Uh, it was an experience. I'm gonna go through. I'll tell you what I sold. I'll tell you what I sold it for. I'll tell you my thoughts. Uh, I have my stream phone or my vlog phone hooked up to the computer, so I have a bunch of different things on my computer right now. Actually, let me go find something to pull up real quick. Oh, let me pull up the picture I put on Twitter. Actually, that's one of the big things. So here, this is what we'll do. I'm gonna move this over here so you guys can't see it. I don't need y'all to see that part yet. Let's go to a main display and let's move that out of the way on the display capture. There we go. Say hey to my brothers and my cousins. All right, so where am I? Where am I? Where am I? What's that? So when I first walked into GameStop, where's this pulling up at? Here we go. I got the juice. I got the juice. Thank you guys for the follow. So when I first got there, the guy saw the slabs in my hand. These are my slabs. I took 4 slabs in. They had a black light. Like they were like mandated. They got a black light. They got some PSA sleeves, some slab sleeves, and he had a what is it called? A loop, I guess. Let me move this over. Is that what it's called? LOUPE, like a jeweler's loop. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking. Well, maybe you don't. One of he had one of these things, all given to him by GameStop, right? First stream. Listen, it was so crazy. No, Smokey, shut up. Yeah, so he had a jeweler's loop, and to be completely honest, bro was just as like taken aback by this as I was, right? Let me see. Thank you for the follow. Let me see if I can pull up the correct audio to let y'all hear. Which audio was it? Let me turn this off because I didn't get good video footage, but the audio was actually kind of immaculate. Let me listen in. Hold up, I'm gonna find the right audio for y'all. As long as my phone doesn't crap out. Oh, open up for me. Open up for me. If it doesn't open up, I'll find a different way to play it. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Give me one second. Let me see the best way to use this to open it. So here's the info that this person gave me. First of all, he was pissed, and when I say like pissed, he was highly upset. Thank you guys for the follow. I don't know exactly how many. What's the word? How many stores across the nation were doing it? But the Atlanta region, which is like 250 stores, that big region in Georgia, they're all doing it. What's today? Today is Wednesday the 14th. They were told that this was gonna roll. This was officially announced to them last Tuesday, so 8 days ago, and they received training on it. They received their first training on it last Thursday. So six. They got 6 days. They had 6 days to actually like get everything prepared and ready. Uh-oh. Give me like 2 seconds. Something just crapped out on me. Let me pull it back up. I appreciate all these follows coming in. I'm getting everything together right now. When I say I just got home, I just walked in and talked to my wife. He took his slabs. I did. Was he upset because he gave you a month worth of his earnings for some cards? He was cool. I got lucky because ooh, the guy that was there is a guy I know. I've seen him in GameStops before. I've seen him in 2 different GameStops. So he was really patient. I think he appreciated the fact that I was patient. Oh Lord, I'm trying to pull this up. If I can't pull it up this way, I'll literally just open my phone up. Okay, I think this is it. Come on. So let me show you guys. Yeah, I had to check in with my wife first. So I will say this: when I was there, the the checklist that I showed y'all is a checklist that he went through verbatim, and he didn't actually use a physical checklist. They had the checklist on his screen, right? Ooh, I'm terrible day. So all the stuff that you see here is everything that he had to go through. And someone made a comment like, I can't wait. So like me and him talked. We were like, let's say there are 500 employees doing this. Someone's going to mess up. Someone's not going to do this the right way. And so he was very meticulous about things. He typed the numbers in the PSA. He scanned the slab. He made sure like, the ridges were intact. He made sure there was no like tampering, and like he made sure nothing was warped. He did a great job because he didn't want to mess up because it was his first time. Do I think it's going to happen like that everywhere? Absolutely not. I do not think that at all. Let me see if this audio is going to pop up for me. Please, please, audio pop up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be right. This is one of the audios. Oh, it's not opening. I need to move it to my downloads. Sheesh. Listen, I'm glad all you guys here. Listen, while I get this ready, we're just gonna listen to raw audio from my phone. While I'm getting this ready, everyone consider donating to me getting a better streaming camera so I can go to NAIC, exclamation point dono. I got all this stuff right here. Give me 1 second. Thank you for the bits. I do appreciate that. All right, no. Let me open up my video player. I got the juice. We're gonna try to listen. Let me know if you guys. Let me make sure you guys can hear it. I got the juice. Is this a good one? Here we go. Oh nope. Nope. There was one really long one. I want to make sure I don't go over anything crazy. Oh, having someone went to work at GameStop accidentally sent a 10 to their friends for an 8. Bro was hilarious. Bro was actually hilarious. So I got a lot of. I'm gonna get the footage together, but bro was like actually insanely upset because of how small of a window they had to actually get this together. And he talked to me about there might, and I'm not getting nobody in trouble, there might be a GameStop sabotage because he said everyone collectively was like, all the employees were collectively like, okay, if we're being the guinea pigs for this, what if we just like what if we absolutely made a mess of it? and then GameStop would have to cancel the entire program. Whenever someone to cash out, I saw some interesting prices. But so, bro went through the entire modules. Like he had modules on his screen, and the trading process was very similar to a normal trading process, right? So he had his black light. He was holding stuff up to the light. He had his little loop that he was looking around the edges for, and he went through like a 10 or 11 step process to verify that the card was actually the right card, right? That was the first thing he did. After, and that verification process for me took a long time, right? He told me that the employees had like zero hands-on training. They were in a Microsoft Teams call for an hour, and the general manager like explained to them, you know, what this is and why we're doing it, and this is like the process you go through. And I was surprised because when I was talking to him, I was like, hands-on training would be like the best thing for them. Like, give me a training, bring a manager into the store, give me a real one, give me a fake one, and like let me look at them and understand like what feels real, what feels fake, so I know the biggest things to watch out for, instead of just giving me a checklist and like throwing me into the fire. Because there will be, I guarantee, there will be employees who literally do not care. They will not care about any part of that. They'll be like, "Oh, you want this? I'll let you have it." Boom. Now there's another part of the picture I showed you guys. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some of them don't get paid enough to be like, "Oh, I really care about what's gonna happen to this," right? All right, let me see if I can actually pull up the other part that I really want to show you guys before my camera tries to crap out again. Oh, it's working. I think it's working. Where is that one? I had one specific picture I really wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I took it on this phone or my other phone. No, I took that one already. Oh, this is a good picture though. I'll show you guys this one. So this is part of the process they had to do where bro has his phone out and he's on the PSA app. Like he's on PSA app, he's typing in the numbers. He's like making sure that the scan that pops up looks exactly like the scan that I have. I'm giving everyone top dollar for as long as the program lasts. So here's the crazy thing. I'm gonna get to how the money works, because some of the prices, I brought 4 cards in. I'm gonna be honest. I brought 4 cards into trade. I left with 1 card. So 1 card, they were actually completely off on value for. The rest of them were honestly decent, like decent enough. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. I'm trying to figure out where I put that one picture, because right beside the checklist, they had another picture. I know I didn't take it on this camera, did I? Ooh, I did. All right, I'm gonna pull this up for you guys. This might be a little bit hard to no. This might be just as easy to see. I'll pull it up for you guys. Let me send that to myself. Pull up my email account. Bro, I feel weird because I really got an inside scoop. Let's see when this gonna show up. Where is it? Let's go here. Let's go to sent. There it is. Download. Open. Okay, so check this. We're gonna try to finagle it to make it look really, really good. So this is the checklist that I showed you guys, right? Can I zoom in on here? Yes. Ooh, I can zoom in. Great. So this is the checklist I showed you guys, right? Over here, can I rotate this? I can't rotate it. Over here is like their log sheet. So I think this is where they get in trouble. So it doesn't look like any GameStop is going to hold the cards. I think they're going to get shipped to a specific place, and everything there is going to kind of like be processed. So it has the item name. They have to have the cert date. They have to have the date that the date that the trade happened. Who processed it. So that's the big thing. You got to make sure you know who processed it. And then they have to ship it somewhere. I don't know exactly where they ship it, but they're going to ship it somewhere. They got to keep track of when they shipped it and the tracking number. So I don't know where these slabs are going. Oh, here's the loop. I didn't know I got a good picture of that. There's the loop that they're using. It looks real fancy once he took it out the box. But it also looks like it didn't cost a lot. What's up, Kyle? Doing this on paper is actually kind of crazy, right? But it looks like they're all going to be shipped to one specific place, right? Bro, what if they have like, what if it's with MJ Holdings? That would be insane. MJ Holdings on the come up. So we did all of that, and I'm gonna show you guys the prices. I'm gonna show you the card. I'm gonna show you each card and what I was offered for it. Okay. The first card I'll show you is the card that I was not offered. In my personal opinion, I was not offered the right amount of money for it. And I'm gonna find. I have some of my certain numbers, and some of them I just have a certain number. 77 392888. So this is the first card I wanted to trade in. I appreciate the sub. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna see Juice is slapping the next MJ Holding. That's crazy. So this is the slap that I brought back home, right? It's a I took PSA 10s. It's a Charizard Build and Battle promo with the Vivid Voltage stamp. Now, I bought this card for, I don't remember how much, but it's worth at any given day between like 80 to 100, give or take. So on his phone, and I'll pull it up on my phone just so we can see. If you scan it with your phone, it shows you like gives you a price point, right? Now the PSA estimate is not always exactly perfect, but it's a decent estimate, right? So if you see this price point for this card is about, thank you for the follow. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it's about $93, right? This card is worth around between $85 to $100. Now this one specifically, they did a horrible job at, which I will be completely honest. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The amount of money they offered me for this slab, and this is what I was worried about. This was gonna turn people away. The amount of money they offered me for this slab was like legitimately like $20. What PSA doesn't have an estimate, I don't know. So they only offered me $20 for the slab, which was insane in my opinion. It did not make any sense to me at all why they offered me $20 for that. And for that one, I was like, absolutely not. I'm not giving you that one. And I knew I wasn't gonna give them that one. Now that being said, let me show you another card that I sent in, that I gave them. Let's say, I gotta find a good cert number to use. Hold up. So I also gave them my Charizard V-Star promo from the UPC. Okay, here's a good number. Here's a good cert number. Let's use some 69054945. So I gave them this one too. Oh wow, this doesn't even have the. That's terrible. Let me find a better cert number for you guys, because I don't remember the exact number I had. Unfortunately, I just need a good cert number that's going to actually show the price. Like, I buy at 85-90%, who will sell to Gamestop. So here's the thing. I know that one was bad, but let me show you a decent one. As soon as I can get a decent one. I feel like all these are the same one. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this one has the slab. Let's go 705 103 17. That one gonna show a picture? Oh, it is. Oh, that's a 9. Let me find a 10. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. And after I get on my phone, then I'll show you guys what the price point was. Oh, there's a perfect one right here. What's up, Drops? 699-744-30. So here's a Charizard V-Star as soon as it pops up. And the estimate at PSA for this one, I hope you know, do you guys know which card I'm talking about? Because none of them have pictures. It's the Charizard V-Star from the 151, not the 151. It's from the Zard UPC. Yeah, the Zard box. Which PSA at a 10 has at $79. Right? Now, if you look on if I say price charting, let's say let's Charizard V-Star, this one. At a PSA 10, 105, 100. So PSA 10 has about 105, right? Now on this one, I feel like they were pretty fair. They offered me $95 store credit for this. So I look at it, if I do 95 over 105, they offered me 90% of what it's worth, right? They offered me 90% of what they offered me, way more than what PSA valued it at. And they offered me pretty much like if I went to a card show, if I went to a collecticon, no seller is gonna offer me 90%. Right? Now, granted, that is store credit. I took cash and I took it at, I want to say 84.50. If I go 84.50 over the 105 that it's worth, I got about 80%. Any seller you go to, if they're offering you 80%, that's fine. I would not recommend this for big slabs, because I feel like if you're good at selling to people who want these things, don't go to GameStop. If you're feeling like you're offloading them, especially if you want to offload a bunch, go to GameStop. Yeah, no one buys at 90. Some very few people will buy at 80, 85, right? So on that one, I think they did a really good job. I think they did a very fair job, right? So just between the two Zards, it's definitely like a hit or miss. Like some of them, they're going to be like, okay, we're going to give you a really fair value on this. And some of them, like the $20 for that one, I just don't understand where that number came from, because everything else was pretty much spot on, right? Let me show you the other card. The other card that I put was the Reggie Drago V, the alt, which I think I have two of, which is why I got rid of one. It's going for about, give or take, 47. Had comps without the stamp, which is weird, because I don't think this exact card comes without the stamp. But they scan it, like they don't, like in their system it's like initiate trade, and it's like, hey, turn to the back of your slab, take your scanner, scan the QR code, and that's how they get it. It's a $500 cap based on each card individually. I think it is. I think each card individually. I don't know if it's total. I haven't seen them decline, or the way the system works, I guess it would have to be, right now they say any 8, 9, or 10. Any 8, 9, or 10, it can't be worth more than $500. So I think as long as it's within that realm, they're going to take it. So for 47, they probably offered closer to what you would see a decent comp offer. They offered me, where's my calculator? On this slab, they offered me, I have the picture. Let me pull it up. Photo. Oh, not there. Go the other way. Oh, it's on my other phone. I would say yeah to Japanese. I don't see why they wouldn't. You know what I mean? Where in the world is that picture? Oh, it's up here. They offered me $37.50 for this. Store credit. So out of $47.50, about 79-80%. Vintage too. To my understanding, anything that's under $500 and there's a PSA 8, 9, 10, he was very adamant about it has to be PSA. Like he was super adamant about, hey, this has to be a PSA card. So what was I took so from what I understand, the difference between what they offer you cash between store credit and cash is like 90%. So whatever number they give you for store credit, you take 90% of that, and that's your cash offer. So my cash offer for this was like 37.5 times 90%, 33. So out of that 47.50, I got about they gave me about 70% of that. Right? No TGA is crazy. He had it. This was his first time ever dealing with a PSA card. Now I will say the steps that they had to go through were good because for him handling the card for the first time ever, he would read something that the instructions gave him. He'd be like, lighthouse symbol. He'd be like, I'm supposed to feel a ridge here, and then he would hold the card and be like, oh yeah, it's right there. Which is crazy. It's kind of crazy. It was kind of like if there are good enough fakes out there, somebody's gonna get got. 112%. They're gonna get got. But what's gonna happen is because of that log that they have, I think GameStop's gonna punish people for accepting fakes. They're gonna punish their employees for accepting fakes. That's what I think is gonna happen. Leak the playbook is crazy. So not only did you have to show ID, I assume every state has it, but on the back of my Georgia ID, there's a barcode. They scan your ID. They don't take a picture no more. They don't run it through a photocopier. They scan the back of your ID. So even if you had a fake ID, you're not getting through. 1090s is crazy. So it's very hit or miss. I would, for anyone who has a bunch of slabs that haven't moved, like you had a bunch of eights and nines for a long time, and no one's trying to buy your slabs. It's different across the board. There's no like strict percentage that they go off. Also, don't know exactly what system they go off of, right? I like whatever like their database is for determining a card's value is I know it's not eBay, and I know it's not price charting. Whatever whatever their system is, either I don't know exists or it's like brand new, which is crazy. Because they offered me close to 90% for my Zard, but they offered me closer to 70% for that. But then on the Charizard, the other Charizard they offered me like 20%. So I don't know. But listen, if you got a bunch of slabs that won't move, I would definitely take them to PSA and be like, hey, what can I get for these? Now, some of them you might not get a great value on. Some of them you're going to get a decent value on, right? Are they selling the cards at the same location? No. So they are. Oh, which one? This one? No. This one. They have a log sheet. He printed this out in front of me. They have a log sheet that talks about their intake. And at the end of the log sheet, it talks about shipping the card off. So they're shipping it somewhere. So the same, like if you go down the street to your local GameStop and you sell them a card today, that card might be out of their hands by tomorrow and shipped to, I don't know where it's getting shipped to. I just know it's getting shipped. Right? I don't think it's super interesting that they do just PSA and not Beckett. I think it's because they want to do a small sample size. They want to be like, okay, can our employees, decipher exactly, what's an authentic PSA slab? PSA slab is maybe probably the most commonly known slab, so they want to start with the big one right there. They might also at some point in the future try to do like some type of collaboration with PSA, like One Piece is doing right now. So who knows? It's not TCG Player because TCG Player doesn't track graded cards, so it can't be that. The fourth one I brought in was like a Melanie. It was a PSA 10 full art trainer. They offered me like $10 on that, and it was worth like 15. So it was very minuscule, but like that was a card that I had a very hard time selling. So I was okay. I was just okay to let it go. Elite the Playbook is crazy. I appreciate all the follows, man. Let the ATL scammers find out about the program. Yo, Drops told you to donate. I'm so happy. Listen, man, look. I'm not even doing the right thing. Once we get to that Hundo Rondo, I gotta do a cooking stream. If we ever get to 200, Drops is coming on stream. It's a ask me anything with Drops if we ever get to that point. So yeah, Nacho Daddy, I do not know where they get the numbers from. That's what I could not find out. Like nothing that I track slabs on makes sense at a specific rate. Mega slabs are way easier to fake. Did you ask them if they send them wherever using? I mean, it says tracking numbers, so they have to have tracking on them. How long did Venmo payout take? Oh, the Venmo payout was cool. So he's like, hey, you have Venmo? I was like, yeah, I got Venmo. And so he was like, okay, pull your phone up. I pulled my phone up. I was like, okay, do you need my Venmo like tag or my email? He's like, nope. On the Venmo thing, there's a spot where you can like show your QR code for Venmo. So he took the scanner, he scanned my QR code for Venmo, and then the receipt print. He's like, hey, you should have it within 5 to 10 minutes. So he scanned it. I got the receipt. I walked to my car. As soon as you guys, the video I put out was me walking to my car. As soon as that video was over, I got a Venmo notification that I had my money. It took maybe maybe 2 minutes for that money to show up in my Venmo account. That's the crazy part. What do you use to value your own slabs? A mix between eBay and price charting. Which are very similar, and they didn't it didn't match anything. Like across all 4 slabs, there was nothing that there was between either one of those sites. I could not find out. I could not be like, okay, they use this because everything is 80% of what's on this site. It'll be stupid for them to ship one by one. That's true. How much did you make? I didn't make a bunch. Well, I don't know how much a bunch is to y'all. I sold 3 slabs. I decided to go for cash instead of store credit. And I did this for y'all. Now, would I have taken this deal elsewhere? Maybe not. But these are slabs I'm not going to miss. These are slabs that one slab, the Charizard, I remember I bought for 80 and I sold it for more than 80. So I made a profit even through GameStop's eyes. Other 2 I got graded myself. So I was really never looking to make big money off of those. My Venmo account has an extra $126. It was okay. I'm not tripping. Now let me see exactly what percent overall I got to. Based on let's go based off of price charting. Right? Let me add my price charting numbers up. So the Reggie Drago is worth that much. Zard is worth. Where's the Zard? Where are you, Zard? Where are you, Zard? It's worth that much. And then there's the other one. So we did. I'm getting my numbers together. Hold on. I'm trying to get my numbers together. I got where is it? Which camera did I do? Don't you still owe me for the Airbnb? No, I paid you. Noble still owes me though. You're the only math teacher. Listen, after 345, I'm done with math. I'm so serious. There's no reason for me to be doing double math. I promise you. So 152.5 So overall, I got about 75% of market value, give or take. You gonna be running GameStop selling submissions? That's so crazy. I got about 75% of my value, which compared to GameStop's track record is definitely surprising. 69% is wild. You a fan, Kyle? Kyle say he a 69 god. That one gas station is crazy. Now I am interested to see if this is sustainable because here's what I think. Here's what I think the bad happens. Right. Here's what I think the bad is going to happen for GameStop. You're buying them at these prices, but I think whatever price they set to sell at, no one's going to buy. That's what I think is going to happen. Like they bought my Charizard for $85. They could have bought it for 95 store credit. So let's say they bought it for 95 store credit. Let's say they list it for 105. After fees and everything, they might not even break even. Right? If you snipe and the PSA estimate is high, you're gonna get yeah. So like, know what your cards are worth before you go in, and know what you're willing to take for them. It's kind of like going to a card show. Know what you're willing to take. Like when this scanned and it said 20, I knew I wasn't gonna sell this to them. I know I can get way more than 20. Even at 50%, I get more than 20. But when I knew that Zard was worth about 100 and it popped up store credit at 95, I was like, this is good. It takes so much hassle away from me having to do anything else to it, right? And it's gonna sit for them. Now, the worst case scenario for us is that they'd be like, oh, we're not making enough money, or we're losing money, or the margins are low, and then the trade value starts dipping. You know, we see 60% or 50%. Is that gonna happen? I don't know. The V-Star promo from the UPC. Now, is that gonna happen? I don't know. How are they gonna affect the market? I'm not entirely sure. Everything is gonna be very much up in the air for a very decent amount of time. That's what I will say. So we will definitely see. It's gonna be very interesting. But I mean, like when I say hassle free, once the employees get to the part where they can like look at a slab and touch a slab and know like within seconds whether it's real or fake. The process of scanning the slab, scanning your ID, scanning your Venmo QR code, boom, it's so quick. There's no hassle. There's not, oh, do you accept this or not? You know, because you know some sellers like, oh, I'm only looking for these cards. Like, I cannot take a PSA 8 full art professor's research from Celebrations to a collecticon and be like, hey, you know, are you interested in buying this card off of me? And because most sellers gonna be like, no, it won't sell. PSA gonna be like, yeah, we'll take it. Why not? We'll take anything. So all them junk slabs, I would go to GameStop. All them slabs that you feel like you can't move no matter what. If you're willing to take a little cut, you know, depending on how the system is going, if the system's in your favor that day, I would do that. Yeah, listen, I'm only one man. I'm only one experience, right? I think they have a plan to buy singles in the future, but I don't know. So, like I said, what's super interesting to me is how quickly they did this, and how little time they gave their employees to learn the system, and how little training they did. Nothing was hands-on. A lot of these employees, their first time ever touching a PSA slab in person will be in the middle of a trade, which I don't think is great. I think for GameStop, if you really wanted this to be this big thing that went well and kind of push your company in a different direction, you got to put so much more manpower into like the foundation. And I don't think they did that. And I think that's gonna. I don't know if that's gonna cause enough problems for them to shut this down, but it's definitely gonna cause problems. I don't think they make this nationwide until they do some type of training like that. Ad is crazy. So we'll see. Listen, go see if there's a GameStop near you. Go ahead and get, if you got a chance, go. I can also see them like selling them as mystery slabs. Being like, hey, we sold this much. We sold them for this much, or they're worth this much. Let's like all sell them for a specific like one price and make our money back that way. I could see that. I could see GameStop might be new MJ Holdings. It was a very interesting day all around. No, so they're sending all their cards out to one specific location. I do not know exactly what the location is, but they're all going to one spot. I cannot tell you what the spot is, but I know they're all going to one spot. Let me go. Let me find that picture again, because I feel like that's a very popular question. Here it is. I am curious about the Japanese. I need someone to go bring some Japanese cards in. This is their log, which is by hand. Like they're keeping a hand log, not even like logging it in the system. Mailing everything that drops. GameStop MJ Holding collab is crazy. Whatnot is crazy, bro. Imagine like in 6 months we get some type of live break service on GameStop Live. GameStop breaks. I might throw up. But yeah, like when they scanned it with their scanner, like the whole PSA report popped up for them on their computers, which I thought was cool. So did they put thought into this? Yes. Did they put enough thought into this? I don't think so. So I don't know. They did do the black light test. They're gonna see something they don't want. That's crazy. Y'all are insane. Oh, I just went through a lot. Y'all got any more questions? So I'm actually about to just go watch some basketball for the rest of the night. Oh, I'm recording this, so I'm gonna chop it up, or I might just keep it raw, pause, and just put it on YouTube. So if we do that, that's fine. Whatever. GameStop CEO handpicking the ones they want for their collection. That's crazy. Who's playing tonight? I know I'm watching basketball, but I just forget who's playing. Is it the Pacers night? Is it Pacers, Knicks, and Warriors and Nuggets? Yep, not Warriors. Wolves, Nuggets. Knicks are at home. I got the Knicks, and I want to take the Timberwolves tonight because I want to see them do well. I think they're going to give it a run, but I don't think the Nuggets lose at home. But I also don't know if the Timberwolves lose 3 in a row. I think that's going to be a hard game. Either way. No, I like WNBA. WNBA is fun. I coach girls basketball, so I started coaching girls basketball last year as opposed to coaching boys for most of my life. I have a way deeper appreciation for girls basketball now. It's a wonderful sight. The fundamentals are amazing. Trading any more slabs at GameStop? I have 5. I have 3 slabs at PSA right now, and if they come back, like as a grade I didn't want, and I can't move them elsewhere, I'll probably take them to GameStop. So I wonder if they have any exceptions for things like Moonbreon. They won't take Moonbreon only because their exception is $500. They won't take any card valued at more than $500. So if you brought a Moonbreon in and they scan it, they'll probably be like, I can't take this. It's too much money. Or if you bought anything below a PSA 8, they wouldn't take it. Also, let's be fair. No one should be taking like Grail cards into GameStop. GameStop is not the place where you're going to take your your PSA 10 Umbreon. This is not where you This is not where you should be taking uh Burning Shadows Rainbow Charizard. You know what I mean? You should be taking in your Torchic Gold Star. These are not the places that GameStop is not the place for that. Okay. I tell my students this all the time. I'm telling y'all this: use your common sense. Don't be mad if you get. Don't make a tweet being like, I can't believe GameStop only offered me $700 for my PSA 10 Umbreon, knowing that they're not gonna pay full price. Like, just go find someone that'll pay full price because that's a hot item. That's an item that somebody wants. I think trading in GameStop is for slabs that you cannot move. Slabs that nobody wants. You know, a slab that you posted on Twitter or eBay or Mercari or wherever, Facebook Marketplace, you know, twice every week and no one's even talked about it. Those slabs, those are the ones you take to GameStop. Take my whole Shining set. I'm sick of y'all. It depends. I've had PSA returns take 2 weeks. I've had them take 2 months. It depends on the service level and depends on how busy they are at the moment. From New Jersey? No, mine actually shipped directly to California. What can I say? I just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, I've only had one return from New Jersey, and they were actually mostly 10s. I don't know. All right. Hopefully I've answered all y'all questions. I hope I've gotten everything that you guys have wanted to hear. I really think that's everything, right? Any last questions? I'll be on Twitter, obviously. If you got more questions, I'll try to answer them on Twitter. Show the playbook one more time. The playbook is such a crazy name. Where is it? Where did I put it? It's not there. Is it here? Is this the playbook? This is the playbook right here. Yeah. Hey, if you want to screenshot the playbook, be my guest. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 11 things. The inspection spot. So, the injection spot. So you know at the bottom of your case, there's a little piece that kind of sticks out. So I gotta check for that. Make sure there's no ticks or small. So make sure there's no chipping on the side. They're looking at the numbers on the back of the card, because on one side it says PSA, and the other side it has like a specific number on it. The rails, which are just like the parts that line up to like lock slabs in place when you stack them. 90-degree angles is interesting to me, right? Perfect 90-degree angle. That's easy. Black light test. So when they do the black light, they're supposed to see something. They have 2 black light tests. The white space on the label should not reflect the black light. If the strip glows, reject it. That's interesting. There's a lighthouse label on the front, apparently. You should see, I didn't know this. I have a black light. I actually didn't know this. Shine a black light on the back of the PSA label. You should see 6 PSA logos appear around the PSA logo on the left side. Oh, that's actually so fire. I never knew that was a thing. You can see it in a regular day. You can see it without a black light. I never knew that. Well, I bought it because I was grading cards. What do you think I have a black light for? Why is it so blurry? Because I took it from very far away. You want to see what's the original picture? This was the original picture. When I posted it, I zoomed in, I cropped it, and I rotated it. That's why it's blurry. Because this is what it originally looked like. And then tampering. So you shouldn't feel any glue or foreign substances on the surface. Excess plastic. If the case opens, obviously. If the case is stained or discolored. So even if you have the case and like you like mess the case up, but not gonna take it in. Just like a scratch game disc, right? Examine it visually. There appears to be foreign ink chemical residue on the label. Reject the trade. The goose like need a black light. Should have stole the playbook. So this playbook right here, he printed. I could have taken one, but I was not about to get on his bad side. Like if you see, like it comes like on a half a sheet. So he printed like 15 copies and did a very terrible job at cutting. Those are scissors. He did a very terrible job at like cutting them down the middle. Hot rod on third down. They're under the part numbers. So now we know. Now we absolutely know. We have learned a lot. What we do not know is exactly how they're pricing their cards. And I don't like the people at the stores don't know how they price their cards. The store employees, all they do is they scan the barcode and a number pops up on the screen for them. They don't know where that number comes from or anything. They just see a number, just like we would. So once we find that out, I think we'll get a lot of extra information on how this stuff works. Oh, excuse me. What a day. When I woke up this morning, I never in my life would I thought I was going to go to Gamestop and like do this. You know what I mean? Oh. I think I'm good. If you guys have any more questions, go to Twitter. I'm gonna leave this up on Twitter, on Twitch. Leave my VOD up on Twitch. So like if you guys want to check it out, you'll have a chance to. And I think I'm good for the night. I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna raid someone. I'm gonna raid my homie Pokepelly. Hold up. Did you sell it? I sold 3 slabs today. So just to be clear, I sold 3 slabs. I made $126. It's in my Venmo account. I haven't even moved it. I didn't even like gotten to moving out my Venmo account yet. So if you guys want to see anything, I'll post the VOD, or I'll post this whole thing on YouTube, and I'll let you guys like come in, like you can watch whatever part you want. Yeah, man.